All right, there we go. Hello, good people of the world. The world famous marijuana man's here. And we're going to do some dabs. Oh yeah, so I'm in the grocery store the other day, folks. And people tend to recognize me. This happens about once a week at least. And this person sees me in the grocery store and like screams marijuana man from like across 4 aisles. I pretend I don't hear him and just keep shopping and turn down the aisle. But no, it chases me down. It was a bit much, Holy fuck. People need to like calm down a bit, It's not that exciting. And so, anyways, we got a big dab here. As you can see, well, it's on there, and let's take my word for it. There you go. So you can sort of see. It's just, I can't shape it into anything, otherwise it just won't work. But there we go. See, it's sticking out the end. Oh, yeah. And so, let's see if this is ready. Oh, and look who's dabbing with us tonight, folks. It's fucking Clowny. Oh, yeah. Clowny, folks. He's made out of asbestos, glue, and lead paint. And Clowny is every child's favorite toy. Right? And we're going to do a big fat dab. I know Clowny likes big fat dabs, And so here we go. He's actually, if you notice, folks, Clowny, you know how people like to go around doing the blackface thing, and I guess you're not allowed to do that anymore. It's offensive, right? Well, Clowny, folks, back in the day, if black artists wanted to partake on a white stage, they would put on their white face. And if you notice, Clowny is a black man with a white face. Oh, he is. And so, there we go. Fire in the hall. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. And so they used to like dress like Clowny for quite some time, from about the beginning of entertainment all the way to about the late 1940s. The only person who would not have to do that was black, folks, would be Mr. Bojangles. He's the only person who would dance on a stage to an audience of white people with even white actors and white actresses. He was the only one. And he'd be the only one until about the 1950s, when that other guy who won an Oscar, who recently died, he died like a week ago. They like to say he's the first person to black man to play to a white audience, but it's not actually the case. Mr. Bojangles is by far the very first person by landslide, beat him by like 30 years. And so, Buddy was still in diapers. And so, there we go. We're going to do another big fat dab. Because you know, folks, you fucked up my senses like a night in a goddamn fucking forest. Oh, Mr. Bojangles, folks, you know, he was also the most generous entertainer of all time. Oh, by landslide. When he died, he was the highest paid entertainer in the world. And they couldn't even scrounge up enough money out of his estate to pay for his funeral. They had to have a charity drive, and people raised money so that he could have a proper funeral, which had millions of people attend. And because he had given all his money away, not just some or a few millions here or whatever, every fucking penny. Oh, yeah. Gone. Yeah. He is living in a shack. And so, here we go. Another big bong hit. He definitely had one of the largest funerals also of any entertainer, like probably of any entertainer of all time. But it's hard to say. Elvis had a pretty crazy funeral, and so did a few other people. But it was like millions of people attended. Oh, here we go. Fire in the hall. I don't do funerals myself, folks. Oh, I did go to a funeral once. Oh, I did. When that scumbag Guy died, I went to his funeral to pop the champagne. Unfortunately, folks, I didn't last long. I was having too much fun, and security dragged me out of the place. I'd shaken the bottle of champagne and sprayed it all over everything. It was hilarious. Anyways, I'll be right back. I forgot something. Oh. And Mark Boyer, he had the funeral at his house. His son cleaned up his body and displayed it at the house. And I cooked a turkey, but I didn't actually hang out out there. I'm not much into big crowds. And well, Mark Boyer knew the whole fucking town. They kept his body for 3 days while people came by. Every day, because I lived down on the main floor, you'd see trails of people going up there. And so, yeah, I didn't bother, you know. Probably would have been good for networking, you know, but odds are I had been introduced to all of them at some point in time, because That's what Mark did. And so, yeah, we should prepare another big fat dab. Yeah. Yeah, me and Mark Boyer had the very first booth ever, folks, selling marijuana at 420 anywhere in Canada, which was in Vancouver. The very first. And you know, when we did this, the organizers were totally pissed at us. Fortunately for them, I informed my bodyguard that he's going to have to fucking hurt them badly if they continue to harass us. And so they moved on. But they were totally pissed that we were doing this and la da 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 da. And you know what? Come near the end, folks, they were charging money for those booths for people to do that. Oh, these fucking scumbags of the highest order, you know? Ah. Yeah, and Mark Boyer had a huge sign. It said free marijuana, but there was no actual free marijuana. It was just just something to get your attention. But I'd give you a dab. Oh yeah, there was free marijuana. I'd give you a dab. And oh, I remember one time that day, there was this East Indian guy, right? And he was gonna take this crazy dab and of this ridiculous stuff, and I was like, he's gonna die, and he's like, no, 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 this guy's hardcore. I'm like, yeah, okay. So, anyways, he does this dab of the ridiculous Master Kush, and then he holds it in for like 20 seconds, blows it out, you know. We're all like, this guy's pretty hardcore. And then he walks about 4 or 5 steps, and then he falls like face planted to the ground. It was pretty hilarious. And because we had given him a bunch of cookies too earlier, and so we were like, this guy, you know. And then that's the organizers were like, they've had like 2 or 3 ambulances in the afternoon show up because of our cookies, you know, and because they're like retardedly strong, right? And and so the organizers come over to complain about the cookies, you know, and I'm like, hey everyone, 3 people have been taken away in an ambulance after eating these. Oh, they sold out real fast then. It was hilarious. Oh, fuck. We made the big bucks that day. It was like $58,000 or something at the end of the day. And we had a lineup till like 9 o'clock at night. Eventually, we just had to give it a rest. Yeah, it's a little cold for the dabs. I probably should have been vaporizing herb. But anyways, it is what it is. We got one here, sort of. Oh my gosh. Clowney's hoping you're all fucked up. See, white people don't have hair like that. Oh yeah, I might have been up on the stage at 420. That's because by then I was working with Sublimator, and between me, Sublimator, and Mark Boyer and War Glass, they could no longer afford to be ignorant to us, you know? And so yeah, I'd be up there with the air gun, shooting out joints and t-shirts and stuff to the crowd. And Mark Cloquet, of course. Yeah, he was a major financial contributor. Good old Mark Cloquet. Haven't heard from him for a while. But he's probably still alive. Last time I assumed he was dead, he went on his Facebook and said, contrary to what some people have said, I am still alive. And so, yeah, he's probably still alive somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. He had a lot of bad luck happen to him. So, anyways, well, you never know nowadays. People dropping like flies, you know? But and so, yeah, we couldn't find the false idol today. He's probably got the COVID. That's my sludge. It's diarrhea from the septic tank at the COVID hospital. Fine. And so, anyways, fuck, it's too cold and my shatter is like shattering. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I can't even get to. You know what? I got a solution. Oh, there we go. We got something, Houston. What we had. Should have been happy with what I had. Got greedy and now I lost it all. Oh, fuck. There we go. Got some ridiculously huge. It probably won't be able to be done in one hit. Dab. And so we're going to do her up. It's going to be a great moment in time. Just give me one goddamn fucking moment in time. When we're high as can fucking be. Ooh, just one goddamn fucking moment. Oh, people have been asking about Bud the Oracle lately, folks. I think we can assume he's dead, right? He wasn't in the best of health, for those who remember him. And he was 65 years old in 2012. And so, yeah. He's probably not with us anymore. And so, oh yeah, he was doing all kinds of stuff. Fire in the hole. Oh, fuck. Anyways, 420 now in Canada, folks, is a thing of the past. Not only hasn't there been one for 3 years since COVID, but previous to that, marijuana had been legalized, and now you'd need permits and licenses, and the whole event's against the law. And so that's the end of that. But people can still choose to gather in the park, but it won't be what it once was, right? And now that it's legal, you can gather in the park and smoke weed any day you want. You don't need a special day. No. Any day you want. We can go to the park, smoke weed. Yeah, it's no big deal. Nobody cares. Oh yeah, well in the US, I guess you guys still have 420. You know, the battle's still raging. There's people in prison. Fuck. In Canada, we don't even put killers in prison. This guy, he just got charged today, sentenced today. He killed 3 people while driving at 195 miles an hour, pissed drunk, into the side of a Starbucks. Yeah. Anyways, he was given a pretty harsh sentence under Canadian standards, a whole 9 years, folks. And then a 10-year driver's license suspension Means like this guy could actually be driving again one day, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a guaranteed thing. It's gonna be out in 6 years, you know, and then he'll be driving again in 10 years. Oh fuck! Should have been nailed to the wall, you know. Oh well. Oh well, here in Canada, it's just legal for everybody, so it doesn't matter. The store don't care. Matter of fact, the store is not even allowed to give you any advice at all. If you go in there and ask what's the best strain, they'll go, well, they're kind of graded by price, you know, probably. That's about the best advice they can give you there. That's not necessarily always the case. And yeah, they're not allowed to talk about anything. Otherwise, you could sue their ass for giving you advice, right? It's not their job. They're just a cashier. They just take money. Nothing else. if you have a if you have a note from your doctor, you can use it on your taxes as a tax expense if you save all your receipts that you go and buy marijuana legally at the marijuana store. I'm not sure it still would be worth it, you know, because the marijuana store is so outrageously expensive that, well, you probably just save more money if you just buy it from Slick Willie behind the bowling alley and and forget about the marijuana store and the tax rebate, you know? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure about that. And so, yeah, that's how it works. And so, yeah, you can grow 4 plants in British Columbia. It varies from province to province, but they all let you grow a certain amount. You're allowed to have 1,800 grams in your house. um, if you have more than 1,800 grams, you're supposed to take the rest, mix it with kitty litter, and throw it in the garbage. Oh, yeah. And so, of course, folks, that's what people do. Nobody wants to have too much marijuana lying around. And so that's what they suggest you do. And so that's what people do, I guess, you know? It's hard to say. Anyways, folks, I gotta run. Got places to go, people to see, things to do. I made a huge pork roast tonight. 23 pounds. That's pretty exciting. Mighty tasty. So anyways, peace out.